I've seen a lot of chatter on Facebook about school coming up in September. I'm from BC, so this is totally geared toward BC parents. I've been homeschooling for 7 years. My son is going into grade 8, and we started homeschooling with him in kindergarten. And I told myself I would just do kindergarten because I couldn't manage any other years. And here we are with him finished grade 7. So I feel like I kind of know what I'm talking about. I'm also, kind of scrambling at times to figure out what I'm doing, but I'm also seeing that as a person who isn't super organized and is definitely not super disciplined, I'm not an angel. I'm not the most patient mom in the world, but we've managed to make homeschooling work for our family. And part of that is that it's really important to me, and I do love having my kids close. But I also just want to encourage parents who are on the fence, not sure what to do for September, that you can homeschool. It's not for these crazy super moms. It's regular people, and there's pros and cons to it, right? So sure, it's an added thing to take responsibility for your children's education, but there are also things that fall off your plate. So the first thing I think of is my kids don't have to get dressed every morning, and we don't have to make it out the door on time with people fed and hair brushed and clothes matching and proper shoes and all their homework done, things like that. So that is off my plate, and that gives me a lot more mental space to plan things like a fun outing to, I don't know, the local museum or something. So I think a lot of people say like, oh, like I'll often get a comment like, oh wow, I could never homeschool. Like, well, sure you could, because I really don't feel like I do more than a mom who puts in school. I just do different. So yes, I need to manage keeping my house clean with people living in it all day. And that makes me crazy because it's impossible. And it's really hard to cope with that. So that I find difficult. And it would be great to be able to send my kids to school and have some time to clean. But I also understand that you send your kid to school and it's not 6 straight hours of quiet bliss where you get all this stuff done, right? Stuff happens, it's crazy. And before you know it, you got to go pick your kid up again. And where did the day go? So, anyway, so I want to encourage, any mom out there that homeschooling, it's just different. It's not harder or easier. It involves different skills, right? But also similar skills. Like for me, I have to be self-motivated to get things done because I can always procrastinate. We could do history tomorrow. Okay, we'll do science next week. You know what? We'll do science next month. You know what? We'll do science next year. And that's not going to serve my kids super well. So I need to learn to be more disciplined in those things. Whereas for my personality, it would be easier if my kids had deadlines and their science project was due and I needed to help them with their homework, and there's a teacher and there's a school and there's that. So that's one of the ways in which it's harder, is to be, for me, like the self-discipline and the self-motivating of like, I just need to get this done because I need to, and I need to, yeah. So, but then with my personality, it's just so much easier that I don't have to worry in the mornings or make lunches the night before or anything like that. So there's pros and cons, but I want to encourage moms that it's doable. It's not, and please understand that what moms and dads, sorry, all parents, what you were doing in the spring, homeschooling, is not homeschooling. That was crazy chaos, emergency pandemic schooling, and that was really hard. And I had a lot of feels for all the moms who were navigating that and who were saying things like, I don't know how people homeschool like that. No, what we do is easier. It's more relaxed. We can fluctuate with our needs. When our children's anxiety is high, Or when my anxiety is high with everything going on, we can pull back from school. We don't have teachers saying, okay, you need to be on Zoom at 11 o'clock and I need this child doing this. And then you have another teacher and your other kids, and trying to manage all these different outward expectations. Homeschooling, you get to sort of set what your goals are and adjust them according to each child.